It's just about 6 a.m. on Wednesday, and let me just share with you one of my favorite parts about being an early riser. You get to see stuff like that. It's kind of hard to capture, but that's better. So damn pretty. Good morning. This is the first weekend in a while that I haven't really had anything planned for Saturday or Sunday. And to be fully transparent, my motivation is not nearly as high as it has been the past couple of weeks. But I've got dishes to clean, some laundry to do. Of course, I can't forget to feed the kitties, who are probably not too happy with me because I usually feed them around 4:30, 5 a.m. And right now it's after 7 a.m. So, sorry guys. Now with that all done, it's time to lace up and put in some miles. Well, I was gonna go for a little bit of shopping after that, but I'm frickin' disgusting. And I'm disgusting because of that. Yeah. That is much better. Nice and clean. I do have more laundry going. But now I can head out and make a couple stops without smelling. That's nice, right? No sweat dripping down my chest. It's great. First stop, looking to get some new shoes from here, but struck out. So we try another store. The second stop, success. I actually picked up some new shoes and a new wallet. Kind of both for the same reasons. Again, I'll show you when I get back home. The next stop is the grocery store. And I can see Girl Scouts. And I've already gotten cookies this year. But I'm a sucker. Stop number 2, complete. And this was one of those days where I kind of went to the grocery store not really making a list or knowing what I needed. So I just got all the stuff that I normally eat. And yes, I did get some more Girl Scout cookies. But I don't have these ones. I haven't bought these ones this year, so it's fine. I have a problem. Okay, back home. Got some new shoes for work. Nice and slick. But let me show you why I had to get those. Because my old ones have been like this probably like, it's definitely been months, but this happened or started like a month after getting these shoes. And I was just like, I can't just get new ones. Like, these are basically new. So I've just been wearing them, but like every so often I'll be walking and then it just catches the bottom and just goes whoop, and then it'll just open up and make it worse. So it's freaking. Anyway, so got that. And then I got a new wallet because, kind of a similar reason, this ripped. So I have ripped shoes and a ripped wallet, and now I have new to replace it. This wallet's a little bit bulkier. I usually like sleek wallets, but I think that's just because I've accumulated things that go in my wallet, so it's less the wallet's fault and more my fault. And I've got my headphones in but not plugged into the phone because I was listening to a podcast put on by someone in their family that used to be in my life, not so much anymore, not really at all anymore. But I saw, that they had a podcast going and they're actually pretty deep into it. And I started listening to it when I was running earlier, and now I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in. So if you want to check it out, it's right here. It's a Speaking Dreams podcast, and it's just a really chill vibe. It's this guy I used to know and his brothers just kind of sitting every week and talking and checking in on each other. And I don't know, it's really cool. So if you're looking for a chill podcast to listen to, have something in the background, or like you want to kind of get your creative juices flowing, even, definitely check it out. Tell you what, man, chest and triceps is the hardest workout for me. I don't know what it is. It's just always been super difficult for me to do, specifically chest press, like specifically bench and chest press is always the hardest. Like now, like today, I'm noticing that I'm able to build up the weight I'm pushing on every single like accessory exercise, but not on the chest press. Chest press, stay the same. It does not want to budge, but that's okay. As long as my booty's big, I don't really mind. There's really not a whole lot going on this weekend, like I mentioned. I am going to go out a little bit later to meet up with an old coworker, though, to catch up and have some drinks. But since the majority of this video has kind of just been a lot of my day-to-day stuff, I thought that I would share kind of more of what's on the goal list that I have been making, that I've mentioned. So you guys saw that number one was repair my computer, which I'm currently on right now, reading this list off to you. The other ones, like, they're numbered, but they're not really in a particular order. It's just like, that's just how they came out of my brain. One of them is to keep recording weekly vlogs. I'm not really sure how to gauge that one in terms of a goal, because I've been doing that, but I don't have oh, I want to record this many vlogs. Just like keep doing it, I guess. Finish Imbibe, that book that I told you about. So this one that my friend got me, which is all about like American mixology, and it's got recipes in there and stuff. I've already made since I got the book, and I read slow, and I'm like 60 something pages in. Since I got the book for my birthday, I've already made like 6 or 7 old fashions, because that's the one and only recipe that I've managed to get from this book so far. The beginning is a lot of like monologue, so it's a lot of like history and not monologue, prologue. So I'm still getting to the parts where there's actual recipes in here, but that is a goal. I want to get a certification in IT, something IT. I have no certifications. I have a master's degree, no certs. So that could be the basic CompTIA, could be Microsoft, could be Amazon. On top of that, I also want to get like certified, or at least finish this learning series on the electronic medical record system that I work with at work. Really boring. I won't go too much more into that. Finding a bigger place to live that's financially feasible, which is incredibly difficult in Southern California. I like this space. It's perfect for me. I only have a twin XL bed and not a whole lot of space. It's just one big studio, but I like it. It's enough for me right now. But if I was able to find somewhere that's financially feasible, I'd go for it. The next one on the list, I'm not gonna mention. So if it happens, great. If not, that's fine too. Improve my fitness and wellness, and with that, another one: run 3 miles in 20 minutes or less. Now, if you do the math on that, that's like less than 7 minutes per mile, and I am nowhere near that right now. But I am pretty happy about going to the gym more and running more. So even if I don't hit the goal of 3 miles in 20 minutes or less, definitely improving fitness and wellness. But again, it's like a consistency thing. Sort of like with the goal of recording weekly vlogs, improving my fitness and wellness is just kind of like, there's no real goal apart from the running one that I want to hit. It's just like I want to keep it consistent throughout the year. Consistency is a hard thing for me in general. So like staying disciplined, staying consistent is huge, and so far so good. And the last one out of those 10, because there have been 8 so far that I've mentioned, and then repair my PC. Create a social media presence around wellness. So I actually do have an Instagram, like a second Instagram that's apart from my personal one and apart from my streaming one. Really, I only am active on my main one, but with that one, that was something that I was doing when I was still living at home. I was mainly working out of my parents' garage because they had a whole gym set up, and I was living there. I was really getting, really getting into fitness a lot, and I was trying to make something out of it. Because I went to school and I got a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. I got an associate's and associate's and bachelor's degree in kinesiology. So I always wanted to do something with it in terms of like creating some kind of like educational, like sharing experience, sharing knowledge presence around fitness or wellness. Like it doesn't have to be like a gym Instagram or anything, but I've created some YouTube videos. I've done the stuff on that Instagram page, but I didn't really stick to it. So I'd love to like get back into it and really create something that I'm proud of and something that's solid and something that actually like helps people. And on top of all the goals, I just wrote like a list of places that I want to travel, things that I want to do throughout the year, and like things I want to improve for myself. But only being like 2 months into the year, and I actually made this. When did I make this? I made this on January 29th. So it's really only been like 20 days that I've had these goal lists up. And like I haven't checked off any other major goals apart from repairing my PC. But just kind of like having it and like referring back to it. The traveling part, that's that's like probably the most like far off wishful thinking thing because I have to find time to travel. But things I want to do, Renaissance Fair, hockey games. I've been to 2 hockey games this year. Baseball games, not baseball season yet. And then things like say yes to more invitations to do things, make more food at home, be better about reciprocating energy and making plans and handling pressure. Big one on here is gratitude in the moment. I feel like when things get overwhelming and I'm in a spot where normally I would be like very mindful and very thoughtful and very like happy to be in that moment, the stress and the anxiety just kind of like takes over and I don't get a chance to really appreciate it. And I feel like doing this really helps with that because it like plants me in that moment to really like capture the things that are important and kind of reminds me like, oh, I'm capturing these things because they're important to me and I should be like grateful that I'm here right now experiencing this thing. So yeah, I mean, so far so good. Like I said, it's only been 20 days and these are just this was all inspired by one person that I talked to and really a long time coming. I get asked, by people that I meet for the first time or like we're really talking for the first time, like, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm always like, I don't know. I just kind of like live my life and whatever happens, happens. But now that I have this kind of like refer back to and just like check in on myself with, it's been kind of nice. And I'm looking forward to what the rest of this year has for me. But today, like I said, I am going out to meet a friend for some drinks just to like catch up, an old coworker of mine. So that should be nice. Probably won't do that. Well, I'm not supposed to meet him until 2 p.m. today, so I got some time to just kind of hang out, work on stuff on the computer, rebuild my stream stuff, because since that took a poop, I have to like, all my save files are gone and all that stuff. But I know this video hasn't been super exciting, crazy. Even next week, I don't even have that Minecraft calendar. I don't have that much going on. So it'll probably just be a couple of weeks of me doing my daily stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy these, whether I am going out and doing things or I'm just chilling. But I might be able to catch a couple of clips later when I go out to see my friends. So check you in a bit. It is time. You may not be able to hear me very well, but for the sake of getting this out, this video finished, cheers, happy Sunday, have a good week, I'll catch you later, bye.